Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. All right, so this week up on the Sherlock It, we
Mm.
have, of course, as always, our account and personal updates. So we're going to be including video updates and just what's been going on recently. We just got back from Disneyland, so
Yes, we can talk about that a little bit.
yeah, so that's always fun. We love Disneyland, and they just reopened not too long ago,
Yeah.
only to California residents. So rest in peace, everyone that doesn't live here. But yeah, so we'll probably briefly touch on that. Then the next thing up is going to be the Clans soft launch. So this is a part of the update that came out today. Pretty
Super
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah, pretty exciting. They added a new area in the game, and we'll be going over that and all the other stuff that they added. Not a huge amount of stuff, but whatever
hmm
they did add is pretty exciting. It's adding a lot to the hype of the actual launch of Clans.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next thing is going to be a Kingdom Divided continued. Of course, we've been talking about the Kingdom Divided quest for a couple weeks now. And
Definitely.
there's just more and more updates as we get closer and closer to the eventual launch, which is coming up in just a few weeks now.
Next month, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're getting prepared for that, and there's more content to talk about for that as well. They also released it in the game, so we'll be going over that, and also they released the requirements for it in the
Oh.
game, so you can see it in your quest log right now.
Wow.
Yeah, you just can't actually do it. So we're gonna be going over that, and whenever we get to that part, I'll tell you that there's spoilers because we're gonna be telling you all the requirements you need, which I think some people get spoiled
Yeah,
by, but
people don't want, not everyone wants to hear that.
yeah, exactly. So I'll let you know when that comes up, but right after that, we're going to be finishing off with another Reddit Q&A because, like I said, not a lot actually as far as actual notes this week. A lot
Yes.
of really exciting things in the patch, but just not a ton to talk about. So we are going to be taking some more questions as usual and answering them with our own little flair to hopefully help anyone out that might have a similar question.
Cool.
So, before we jump into anything, of course, as always, Michelle, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. So I said last week that I didn't really know what to do and I might work on some videos. I mentioned maybe the lumberjack outfit.
Oh yeah, you have been working on videos. I
I
totally forgot.
have, but I haven't been working on the lumberjack.
No, definitely not that
Definitely
one.
not. And I haven't been skilling anything actually, because what I've been working on is a barbarian assault video.
Yeah, you've been going pretty hard on that for
I
like
have
ever,
been
it
like,
seems.
yeah, for like 4 days, all I was doing is barbarian assault. So much so that like we saw a duck yesterday at Disneyland, and I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of the penance healers because the shape
Jesus.
of its head.
Yeah.
But yeah, originally I was gonna do enough to do 10 high rolls, and then I easily got like 10. So I was like, all right, let's see how many I can get before I get tired. So right now I'm aiming for 20. Maybe I'll do 30. Don't think I'll get to 40 because I really don't want to do defense.
Yeah,
I hate doing defense for
Michelle really
Barbarian.
likes Barbarian Assault.
Yeah, I have mentioned it plenty of times. I love Barbarian Assault. It's
Sh
so much fun.
she's had the diary where you have to get level 5 for every single class for a really long time.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. But I don't like doing Defender, and the max points you could get per roll, if anyone knows Barbarian Assault, like how it works, you could basically get enough for 10 high rolls per roll, and there's 4 rolls. And that's why I don't think I'm going to do 40 though, because I really don't want to do defense. I hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so
I'm
if you
like
don't
level
know,
5, but I hate
there's
it.
attack, defend, collect, and heal.
Yes.
And they all have their own roles and they all work together. If you have never done Barbarian Assault, I would highly recommend it. It's
Yeah,
actually really fun.
it is fun.
But it can
Definitely a
be,
team player situation though.
yeah, one, it can be kind of stressful your first few times because you
Oh,
don't know
yes.
what to do. Because if you start messing up, then the rest of your team starts messing up. So,
Just go
um,
people who are nice. If you want to go and like you don't want to be surrounded by rude people, because I've played with some rude people this past week. But hit me up and I'll help you out like your first rounds. I think it's fun. I don't mind teaching people how to play.
yeah, so if you want to do that, you can, of course, come join our
Our clan
chat. Yeah,
chat,
our clan chat.
Bunebape OSRS.
Yeah, Bunebape OSRS, and we'll probably be in there, so you can ask us there, and we'll probably do some, or Michelle will do some learner runs. I'm
Yeah, I
working
don't
on other stuff,
mind.
so
I really don't mind. I don't like when people aren't honest that they don't know what they're doing and they act like confident instead of just asking for help. And I'm like, you just tell us you don't know what you're doing. We'll all help you.
yeah.
But it was nice. One of the little groups I did was like very wholesome. This one person like was not doing defender right. Instead of being rude, like we're all trying to help him out, and then he did good in like one of the rounds. And afterwards, three of us were like, "Wow, good job! You're really getting
Yeah.
it."
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool when people are like nice like that. Like
Yeah,
learner runs that people are like that because they
yeah.
know that everyone doesn't know anything.
Everyone starts out awful at Barbarian Assault. Like that's what people forget. I'm like, okay, you weren't a good defender before. Stop being like all high and mighty now.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to be humble than it is to
I
do
guess
anything else
so.
really. So I guess that's probably why it's so common. But
But
yeah,
yeah, that's just all I've been doing the past week is playing Barbarian Assault, and it's great. And I did attacker, and I think I already said like I got the max amount of points, which sucks because attacker is like my favorite.
it's really
It's
easy.
really easy. Collector's probably even easier.
Collector is easier, but it's more boring.
Yes, yeah, that's true. So I'm probably gonna do collector once I'm all done with healing. I'm doing healing right now, but I really wanted to do it all under attack, and I didn't realize that you could have max points.
I
And
mean, you can. You just have to continually like record your high rolls.
yeah, but that's not as exciting as doing all at once, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, how have you been?
Pretty good. Also been working on a lot of stuff. Like I said, I've been busy, so I've been busy killing dragons. Of course, that seems to be the only thing that I do nowadays is kill
You're
dragons.
doing 1,000 brutal black dragons, right?
Yeah, at least 1,000 brutal blacks. Hopefully more, but not promising anything
We have
because
so many videos planned. I feel like you're only gonna be able to do 1,000.
yeah, I was doing and getting like a pretty good amount of progress done with that, but then the last couple days I've been like doing other stuff like making videos for YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, so I haven't been able to make that much progress, but I'm already at a little over 300, so
Like a third of
it's
the
yeah,
way,
it's not too
at
bad.
least.
And I only really did it for like an actual day cuz I only do it like an hour or two here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty nice. It's also nice cuz I'm getting a lot of gold.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
great whenever you do. He wants to do a high elk agility video eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So I have enough money for that now, I think, but it's just going to take
Oh.
some more time buying all the stuff slowly
Mm-hmm.
because you can only buy 125 mithril plate bodies every 4 hours.
Jeez. Oh, and you can't start buying them now because you need to keep your loot tab open for the video.
Yeah, I don't have enough money now because it does cost a lot to kill the dragons because you need the bolts, which are not that expensive, but you need prayer potions, which are expensive.
Oh yes.
So once I'm done with this, then I'll probably get a lot closer to actually starting on that high elk agility
Mm-hmm.
video. But so far it's going pretty well. I've only killed, like I said, around a little over 300, and I already have like I think like 7 or 8 mil in drops and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. And then I'm also going to I don't know if I'll even make a video about it, but I do have the 1,000 wyvern bones, and I'm gonna have 1,000 at least 1,000 dragon bones after this.
Oh, you
So
could do a prayer. 2,000
yeah,
prayer.
it's like I don't know what video I would make out of it, but I am gonna use all 2,000 bones on my prayer after this video. So
I don't know. It could just be satisfying for people to see that you're doing an insane amount of bones.
yeah, I could just do something really insane and just go to the go get ectoplasmic tokens with all 2,000
Oh
bones
my
because it gives
god.
you 400% return on the bones.
That would be a good
It
video.
would take so long though.
Don't you have the agility so it's not as bad?
It is still pretty bad, and also you would have to teleport however many times, like 1,000 times.
Just do you have the ectofuntus?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
still have to teleport to the bank.
Yeah, all those law runes.
Yeah, I don't know, but
You could do a try to video of how fast are you able to do a speed run of 2,000 bones?
oh no, I was thinking that potentially I could do something like I still don't know what type of video it would be, but like trying to do some bones at the Temple, which
Oh, that's
is out in the
scary.
wilderness, and that gives
Yeah.
you it's technically it has a chance for every other bone that you pray there to not be consumed.
Mhm.
And on top of that, it's a gilded altar.
Yeah.
So it at minimum gives you 250% because that's or is it 350%?
I've
I
never
don't
been
know.
there. I
No,
haven't been there, but I've never prayed there.
a regular gilded altar gives you like 250 or
Oh, yeah, something like
350%
that.
return. And then the thing is, with the chance of it not being consumed, I think someone did the math, and the actual percent return of experience is 700% at the chaos altar in
Jeez
the wilderness.
Louise.
So I don't know what kind of video I would be able to even do around that, but I don't know. Still thinking about it. Might not make a video and just get a bunch of prayer experience. So,
Yeah.
well, I guess like other videos that we're working on right now is, well, I guess I just put out the Biomutant video the other day, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's pretty. It seems like a pretty fun game. You're essentially playing as a rat. Yeah,
Ratagonist.
rat antagonist, and you get to, yeah, run around and beat other rats with weapons that you
Oh,
make
you're beating
yourself.
other rats?
Yeah, they're like rats and also like lizards and like
That's
moles and stuff.
hilarious.
So it's a bunch of different rodents, and you get to beat them up as a rat, and so that's kind of cool. And you have like abilities and stuff like that. It's an RPG. It's very similar to like kind of like Skyrim or like the Elder Scrolls series or like any RPG like that. So it's just a standard action RPG, but with a really interesting aesthetic.
Okay.
So and it's
I
also
like the
like,
aesthetic of it.
yeah, it's like post-apocalyptic and everything. So it's,
Rats.
yeah, kind of like Fallout and everything like that. It's a really weird mix of games, but it seems really interesting, and it's coming out in just a couple weeks. So I put a video out, kind of discussing all of this and talking about like the interesting points in the game. So if you're interested at all in checking that out,
If you've never heard of this game, but you're like ratagonist.
yeah, if you are like, wow, I really wish I was a rat in real life, so I might want to check out this game, then
Same. I
maybe
never
check
play
out
other
that
games,
video.
but I want to play this game.
Yeah, exactly. So that's gonna be really cool. And then I'm gonna have more videos coming out with Biomutant and stuff like that. Sadly, if you haven't seen my recent video, I have like essentially ended my relationship with Outriders. The Outriders kind of run its course, so probably won't be making any more videos on that.
The most dramatic video you've ever seen. Usually the Outriders one, like I think I've said I like watched his videos and I like don't really pay attention because I don't know what's happening. But this one, I was like listening intently and pausing it and saying like stuff he said out loud and just laughing. So I'm like, this is the most dramatic video I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, it's funny. But so I guess that's probably good news for anyone that likes or hated Outriders or just likes RuneScape more, because that means I'll just be putting out more RuneScape stuff, at least until
Biomutant.
Biomutant comes out in the next couple weeks.
And I've been working on more videos too, so that's good.
Yeah, so we will have more videos as always. So check out the YouTube if you want to get updated on that.
Hmm.
And I think is that about it for our personal updates? I mean, we did go to Disneyland, but there's really not much to say about that.
Well, I think we should say what happened yesterday in the morning at Disneyland.
Oh, so yesterday in the morning at Disneyland, Disneyland is having a really stupid setup where you have to buy your ticket for a specific day. And then on top of that, you have to reserve which park you're going to on that specific day separately.
It's
And
weird
then,
that you can't do it together.
yeah, it's weird you can't do it together. And then you have to link those two different reservations to the ticket. And I guess for some reason, oh, I actually know why it happened now, but in the moment I didn't. Essentially, like if you go and buy these tickets, and there's a really good chance that you are not going to be able to go to Disneyland, it'll default you to the other park, which is Disney California Adventure. Much less fun, in my opinion.
My opinion too.
And it just automatically defaulted to that. I didn't check and reserved it for that day, so
Yep.
essentially wasted what, like 200, not wasted, but
No, we still had fun.
misplaced $200+ on going to the wrong park yesterday.
Yeah. And like he didn't say, we didn't realize this till we were in the parking garage at Disneyland about to pay. And I was like, oh, pull up the reservation. And I was looking at it and I was like, this says California Adventures.
Yeah. So,
And we slander California Adventures like no one's business.
well, I mean, it's just not as fun.
Yeah, because Rob doesn't like big roller coasters and stuff.
There's only one big roller coaster.
Yeah, but you don't like it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, the Guardians of the Galaxy, which used to be Tower of Terror,
Oh,
we
yeah.
both hate that.
If any of you like those drop rides at amusement
I
parks,
used to.
You're you're from a different planet, because they're not fun.
Oh my gosh, we went on it like a couple years ago, and afterwards we were both like, one and done, man. I feel sick. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, I didn't want to go on to it to begin with, and I definitely never want to go on it again.
No, it was awful.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we made the most of the day, I guess, and
It was
we had
really
pretty
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and California Adventures, I don't know if we've ever mentioned, but we're both vegan, and they have a lot of good vegan options. If any of you are vegan, like nachos and stuff, no one ever has nachos
Yeah, it's
with
actually
fake
really
cheese.
good.
No one ever has fake cheese anywhere.
Yeah,
It's great.
they had a lot of new options, and there's gonna be even more options when they come out with like the Marvel area. So, if any of you are in the California area, I'd recommend going to Disneyland. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Even if you're not vegan, if you're interested in vegan foods, they have some dank stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good food besides that, of course. So
Yeah. I'm just so excited because, I mean, if anyone is vegan or knows vegan, you know that there's never good options at theme
yeah,
parks.
usually it's
They're like,
peanut butter
have
and
a
jelly and
salad.
pretzels or something. Yeah,
So it's great to actually have like good food at an amusement park.
yeah. So overall, I think it was a pretty good experience,
Super fun.
and we're gonna go to regular Disneyland in just a little over a week.
Yeah. We
So
already had that planned, thankfully.
yeah, that one is actually set in stone. We're actually going to Disneyland,
And
not
that would have
California
been
Adventure.
devastating because there's no more reservations available for like 2 more months.
Yeah. So definitely get your reservations in much before you plan on actually
Yes, any
going.
Californians listening.
So I guess that's gonna be about it for the accounts and personal updates. So we can move on to the clan soft launch,
Okay.
which happened today. So if you don't know, we'll catch you up briefly. Over the past few weeks, they've been talking about including the clans system update. So there's always been clan chats, which are kind of just like groups of people chatting about relatively the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to introduce a full-on clan system. So like you belong to a clan and represent that clan, just like how guilds are in World of Warcraft or practically any other MMORPG.
Thinking of houses in Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly like that. And so they have now been introducing it over the past few weeks or talking about it at least, and they finally today actually just introduced the first part of the clan system because the clan system is actually getting fully implemented next week.
Yeah, super excited for the clan. Did you ever find out if we got approved or not?
Yeah, so what they said is they actually mentioned that everyone that is going to get reached out to for their clan name reservation is actually going to happen this week.
Oh, so
So
they're kind of postponing it a little bit.
I think there may have been some people already got in contact with, but the majority of them is going to be this week. So
Yeah, because I thought last week you said that we'd know by like the 17th or something.
yeah, I'm not sure. So it does say here, it says if you applied to secure a clan name for the upcoming release, we'll be sending out confirmation messages this week. For those of you who have made it to the next stage of the process, your messages will include an invite to the Discord server and the Discord Discord tag rather of the staff member who will be helping you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you'll jump over to the server and arrange a time to meet with them in game to receive your name. And also, please keep an eye on your players' inboxes and don't accept links from Discord tags other than the one named in the message.
Okay.
So don't get
Scammed.
scammed. And if you missed it, you can check out last week's news post for more details. So, kind of like we were just saying, if you did, try to reserve a name for your clan or
Like
anything
we
like
did.
that, and haven't gotten in contact with yet, then expect it
Like
this
us.
week. And if you don't get it this week, then I'm guessing it's just going to be very likely that you'll have to do it the day of
So
release.
they're not even like, is there a chance that they don't even tell people, no, you didn't get it?
I don't think they'll tell you. I don't know if they'll tell you no. I'm not entirely sure.
I actually hate whenever stuff do that. They're like, "Oh, we'll reach out to you if it worked, but if you don't hear from us, that's what it means." And I'm like,
So
"I'd rather you just tell me."
like all jobs, they're like,
Yes,
oh, we'll get back to
yes.
you. It's like no, you won't.
100%. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
So they did include the soft launch this week though, which is great because it's here they say just one more week to go before the arrival of clans. So we're looking forward to releasing the highly anticipated system. It's not only a great new way to play in its own right, but it also establishes the fundamental groundwork we need to build the upcoming group Iron Man. So exciting times.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so there they kind of give a sneak peek at their upcoming events they're planning on. I think they've talked about this a couple times, which is the group Ironman competitions. So it's pretty cool, great events for the community. So they're just setting up for that. And so if you want to go check this out yourself, it's actually if you were privy to the events last week with the game tables set up, it's
Mhm.
actually in the
That was a couple weeks ago.
oh, was that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's in the adjacent corner of that corner that's in the Grand Exchange. So bottom left is the game tables in the Grand Exchange. So bottom right
Mhm.
is the clan area in the Grand Exchange.
Yeah, I went and looked earlier. You can't enter anything though, unfortunately.
No, yeah, you
There's like
can.
a little portal to where it's gonna lead to like your clan area, but you
Yeah,
can't enter it yet.
Yeah, so there's a clerk there as well as two recruitment boards that you'll normally be able to interact with.
You
Right
cannot right
now,
now.
right now when you talk to them, it says you can't use this yet. And there's also a big blue portal that will take you to the clan hall, also inactive at this time.
Yeah.
So, besides that, they also changed one additional thing. So it says that communication is key with clans. So to keep on top of your clan chat, we're offering new options to change the color of each different chat type. I actually think that's pretty cool.
How do you mean? Like,
Uh,
you could change the font color?
yeah, so you can change the. I'm assuming you can change the color of it. So let's say if you're getting chats from your clan chat, that'll be one color. If you're getting chats from your actual clan, then that'll be a different color. And if you're getting chats from a different clan, then that'll be a different
Oh, I
color.
like that. Because before it would just be like, it would say the name of it and then type, right?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't like that because I was like, you can if you don't read that first word, you're like, what?
Yeah, and also it would be really or a lot more confusing now because you can actually be in up to three different chats at the same
Wow.
time. So
Super helpful then.
what they did is they replaced the oh, you can change also the color in the chat tab with the settings menu, but also it says additionally the legacy chat channel known as friends chat has been renamed. The old text will now appear in the channel tab of the chat box, freeing up the clan tab for next week.
So,
So
clan chats you said will be in the channel?
yeah, so clan chats will be in channel and then your actual channel chat will be in channel in the clan channel.
Okay, so they kind of need to rename the clan chat thing.
Yeah, so they really do, but
Because
either
it's
way,
it's confusing me. Like, well, this clan's here and the other clan's here.
yeah, it's really really weird. I don't know why they should just change that to friends chat or something like that. But either way, so if you look at the chat box, if you're in game right now, you can see in the bottom left, it is game public private channel clan trade,
They
which
added a new one.
yeah, previously there was no channel, and so now everything that used to be in clan is now in channel, and the clan or the new clan is going to be specifically for your clan chat.
There must have been a better way to do that.
Yeah, no. It's really hard to explain because clan and friend chat are the same thing more or less.
No,
It's
I mean you could just talk to one person in friend.
yeah, exactly, but I don't know. They should change the name of clan chat because a clan is like now it's an actual official
Now clans
thing.
are different, so the old clan chats need to be renamed something totally different.
Yeah, they need to change them
Like
to group.
friend group chat.
Yeah, it should be
Just group
group chat.
chat,
Yeah, it
yeah.
should be group chat. And then it should yeah, because it
Because
would
now
be
it's just
like
confusing.
because right now it would be like oh if you talked in Bunebape osrs it would be like a clan chat,
But it'd actually be a channel.
but it's yeah it would actually be in channel.
So now instead of saying our clan chat, we need to say our channel is Boonbape
Yeah, they
OSRS.
should change it to group channel,
They should.
so then it would work that way better.
They should. They really didn't count on ever having actual clans. It appears when they named this clan chats.
Yeah, honestly. I guess that's why it makes the changing of the colors of the chats so much more useful because you can make the group what we're gonna call the group channel like
hmm
green, for instance, and then you can make the actual clan chat blue. So everything will be
More organized,
color
really.
coordinated to some extent. As far as the clan update goes, though, you can go check that out. You can try out the new chat system and set up your settings. But besides that, there's not really much else going on with the soft launch. They say that this is for the soft launch, and the clan system will be fully accessible with the next week's game update on May 26th,
The big boy update.
the big boy update. So yeah, you can, get ready to do all that and get familiar with the settings and stuff like that. But like I said, not a ton with this update, but it is pretty exciting. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And so they also added some Kingdom Divided stuff
Even more.
in these notes. Yeah, right. So they added some more Kingdom Divided stuff in these notes. Not really a lot at all. It's two paragraphs. So it says that, like I said earlier, you can check out the new quest in the list, in the quest list rather, and it's been updated, but obviously you can't start it yet. And so, with the Kingdom Divided just around the corner, they wanted to make it easy for every player to check if they meet the quest requirements before the big launch in June.
Oh, that's smart. So then if you don't, you can go and train what you need.
Yeah, you can try to. It's not very high requirement, so you could honestly probably get all of them from 1 to the actual
Mm-hmm.
requirements right now if you started.
Should we say spoilers right now?
Yeah, so we're gonna say spoilers right now
Skip like 2
because
minutes if you don't want to hear.
yeah, skip, yeah, 2 to 5 minutes. We're gonna go over the actual requirements for the quest, which is of course a kingdom divided. So you'll need the following quests, which are Client of Corinne, X marks the spot, the Depths of Despair, the Queen of Thieves, the Ascent of Arceus, the Forsaken Tower, Tale of the Righteous, as well as Architectural Alliance.
Architectural Alliance is not the mini quest.
It's the quest that unites all of the 100% clans. I don't know if it's a mini quest. It might be.
Architectural Alliance actually takes a while.
Yeah, Architectural
That's the one where you have
Alliance
to get
takes a yeah, you
100%
have
every
to
section.
yeah, you have to get 100% reputation with every single alliance or
Yeah.
member.
So if you don't have that, start working on that ASAP because that actually takes a minute.
Yeah, I actually need to do that still. And it says that you'll also need the following skills, which is 54 agility, 52 thieving, 52 woodcutting, 50 herb, 42 mining, 38 crafting, and 35 magic. So honestly, nothing really too high at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, seems like more of a like drawn out like requirement list as far as like I don't know the woodcutting and like stuff like that may take like some time, and of course the architectural alliance, but nothing
Yeah.
too like rigorous or time consuming. So it says upon completion, you'll be receiving 2 quest points, a 10k XP lamp, all of
That's awesome.
yeah, right. The new Arceus spells, not all of them, but just the ones you don't have yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it says Corinne Castle respawn point,
Nice.
which is potentially cool if you plan on like farming anything in that
If you're
area.
always over there, yeah.
Yeah. And then 20 additional Cardist memories or memoirs charges.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So you can end the spoiler alert here, but
I don't know how
yeah, I don't
anyone will
know.
know that.
Yeah, tell everyone in the past that you can end it here. But they also finished with saying that today marks the start of the Eight Kingdom Divided the Story So Far video competition. So if you wanted to participate
Yeah.
in that competition, it starts today. Remember
I'm
that?
excited to see those videos.
Yeah, honestly, I hope that some of them are really funny.
Me too.
Remember that as of today's update, all players will have access to the Oculus Orb, a device that gives you total control over the camera, making it easier to capture gameplay within Gilnor. If you want to try it out,
Sick.
yeah, you can head over to Draenor Village and speak to Diango to claim yours today.
I might do that. I'm not gonna make a video, but I just kind of want to see all over.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. You can like do like sweeping, panning shots and stuff like that.
Oh,
It
I
looks
could
like
get
an
some
actual
action shots for Barbarian Assault.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I don't think you'll be able to use it in combat or anything like
Well,
that.
I think
But
you're a hater.
oh,
So.
okay. But yeah, so it seems pretty cool. And yeah, if you want to check out Gilnor in a way you never have, then you can there.
Yay.
So they also go on to talk about the Jad challenge. Unfortunately, like I said, that's it for the Kingdom Divided. Only 2 paragraphs.
Really,
but
not much at all.
there's another page that has some stuff pertaining to the chronicles that they released that we will go over at the end of these notes.
Okay,
But
I was like, I don't even know what that means.
yeah, not a lot going on for the update there. So to continue on in the patch notes, they have the 6 Jad challenge winners. So Zarket Rax challenge has concluded, and they have verified the completion, and the prize winners have all been contacted. So as far as the winners go, the fastest times for killing all 6 Jads at once is going to be 4 minutes and 12 seconds by Rita Ora. And then there's second place for Jacobs.
Wait, Rita Ora.
Rita Ora.
Isn't she a singer?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure Rita Ora is a singer. That's funny.
Do you think she plays this game and this is her actual account?
If it was, that'd be funny that she made her name Rita Ora in game.
Oh, she's a British singer-songwriter. That's funny.
No, you've definitely heard songs by Rita Ora.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know her name, though. Either way, 4 minutes and 12 seconds to kill all 6 Jads, which
Respect,
is pretty
Rita Ora.
insane. And then we have second place is Jacobs, 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Third place is Rank 2 Curse with a 4 minute and 24 second kill. So that's pretty cool. The raffle winner is always Jarvan, and the most unique kill, which I think is kind of whack, but not to say this person didn't do a really good job.
I like it.
So the actual winner there's a few runner ups as well, and so the actual winner is called Unpredictable, and this person essentially did like some like really funny in-game movie type stuff where he was talking to the wise old man, and the wise old man's like, oh yeah, the worst, most scariest person is the Inferno or whatever, and then he's like, yo, but there's also six Jads. And so he like cosplayed as the wise old man and went and killed the six Jads. And so that was the winner video. I'd recommend going and checking it out. There's going to be links in the description of the YouTube video. So if you want to check it out, you go over there. And or you could just go on the OSRS actual page and you can just check it out there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty funny video. I'd recommend checking it out. Congratulations to Predictably, but who I think honestly should have won just for straight up based on skill is probably Wooks, because if you don't know who Wooks is, he is one of the like more OG
Have you
players
heard
in
of Wook's
RuneScape.
Walk?
Yeah, he invented Wooks walking for Vorkath, which is probably the most popular method to get the fastest Vorkath kills. He also invented a lot of current day metas and like ideas for a lot of the end game content, including the Inferno. So he's a big brain RuneScape player, and just to show how big brain and like impressive he is, he killed all six Jads, which can more or less one shot you if you're not using the correct prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and he killed all six of them without using any prayer.
Yikes.
So he did that by tick eating, and so really impressive to watch. If you want to go check it out, you can check it out there.
While I am impressed, I don't know if that just seems like, well, that is a unique kill.
Yeah,
It just kind of seems like that's more like a difficult mode kill. It's not, I feel like that's not as unique as going in cosplay.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's unique. Not I don't feel like it's
I
as
think it's a
unique, but I
flex.
feel like it's more of a flex. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why he got an honorable mention, but that's not what, that's why he didn't win.
Yeah. And another person that got honorable mention was Mulgoat Kirby. Apparently a streamer. I've never seen him before, but
No
he
Rita
killed
Ora, that's for sure.
exactly. But he killed all six Jazz in full Darok melee only, which is pretty nuts. So
Hmm.
I'd recommend checking out those videos. Those guys probably put a lot of work into those kills. So, but as far as the notes go, that's essentially it. There's just a couple of random things, like they removed a random piece of wall that was in Hosidius, and made some updates to the Dragon Bone and Bone Crusher necklaces when you level up your prayer,
Okay.
and also made it so you can use the Trailblazer ornament kit on your Dragon and Infernal Harpoon, where previously you'd have to use the Dragon and Infernal Harpoon on the Trailblazer kit for some reason. So nothing really crazy to end out the patch notes on, but like I said, not too much to talk about as far as all of that's concerned.
I'm still like Googling. I'm like, Rita Ora, OSRS. I'm like, is this actually her?
Yeah.
If it was her, I feel like she wouldn't use her
No, I seriously doubt it.
stage name.
Yeah.
But it would be really cool if it was her. And she's just like a god.
Just like actually
in
a
between
nerd.
like yeah, in between like going and like performing and being a singer and hosting shows, she's like, all right, time to go get the fastest kill here.
Yeah. And so, but I guess the only other thing to update everyone on is the Kingdom Divided. Of course, it's coming in June, like we talked about earlier. And there's an entire page on the OSRS page that like carries all the information you're going to need to know. It has the requirements as well as the trailer video for it and the two competitions leading up to the release of it. So along with that, they also are releasing additional information on the past of Corinne.
Oh,
So
to help with the videos, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
exactly. So it gives more backstory, and they're called the Corinne Chronicles.
Oh, that's what you're mentioning.
Yeah, so you can actually check that out on the page. But they also have it like the entirety of all six of them that are going to eventually be released. They have them all compiled into the A Kingdom Divided like little bunching of information they have
Mm-hmm.
here. And it says Corinne's or uncover Corinne's murky past and see another side to the adventures in Corinne Chronicles. It's a six-part series packed with new lore from your favorite continent. Check back each week for more stories and keep your eyes peeled. we've sprinkled in a few cheeky hints for Corinne's future.
Cool.
So the very first one is called Corinne Chronicle 1, a Curious Client.
God,
And
that's a tongue twister, isn't
yeah,
it?
very long title. So it goes through, and it's not a video, it's just all text of very old interactions apparently throughout Corinne. So you can check it out there if you want to get more familiar with the Corinne lore. And like they said, they're probably going to be providing a little bit of hints of the quest and everything to come. So if you really can't wait for the quest, then you can check these out, and maybe it'll be enough to tide you over until the actual quest comes out.
Cool.
But I think that's about it for the clan soft launch, as well as a Kingdom Divided continued. So I think we can move on over to the Q&A section. And so, as always, if there's not a ton to go over in the patch notes, you can go ahead and drop us a question either on our Twitter, which is Bunebape OSRS, or our Instagram, which is Bunebape, and we'll be sure to answer them there as well as here.
Yep.
So, but these ones, I don't think we got any questions, so I just
Nope.
pulled these from Reddit like I usually like to do. So hopefully you have questions similar, or maybe someone you know does, so you'll be able to get our perspectives
Hopefully
on...
you're just like listening to us talk.
Yeah, that too. So you can get our perspectives on these questions that these people ask. So we have a interesting mix of questions. I don't think we've answered a few of these, so it's always nice to have something new.
Yeah.
And so this first one is, I don't think we've answered anything like this before, but it's this person asking, can I kill Zulra?
No.
No. Yeah, no.
Next question.
Yeah, there we go. That's about it. So, no. Actually, this person provides their stats. So they give a TLDR saying, can they learn Zulra at a quote-unquote good rate with 70 mage and 80 ranged? And they say that they're proclaimed a little over average skill level.
Okay.
Well, that's good that they're humble, but
No. So I would say no.
yeah, I would say no.
But
So,
also that's because I couldn't kill Zora at like 85 mage and like 87 ranged.
yeah, but I mean, if
But
you didn't practice, what? How many times did you try?
probably like dozens.
Really?
Oh my God,
Dozens of tries?
at least 2 dozen.
Oh
Bro,
wow!
I was dying there like nobody's business. It
Yikes.
sucked.
All right.
But
Well,
I shouldn't answer this question because
because
I
this
think I've told
person-
everyone I'm not good at technical stuff like this.
Yeah, and this person's is self-proclaimed a little bit over average skill level, so you have to take that into account.
I'm assuming that means they're like better at doing little things like this.
I guess I have no idea.
Okay, I mean,
But either
it's
way,
worth a shot, I'd say.
the thing is, there's one very specific part of this question that makes me say no, is
Okay.
because
Their prayer.
just so you know, it's recommended to have 80 magic in range before going to Zora for any amount of time. So if your question was to kill Zora once,
Yeah.
sure, dude, you can do it with 70 mage.
Oh, but at a good
But this
rate.
person said at a good rate, which is very subjective and also not subjective at the same time. Because at a good rate, if you're killing her once every 10 minutes or something and barely doing it, and it's costing you like 100k per kill, you should not do it. You should just go get up your mage.
I think it would be possible to do at a good rate, but in the time it would take you to figure out how to do Zora, how to do it quickly, you probably could have gotten your ranged and magic up.
Yeah. So
You
like,
better spend your time getting your skills up.
I think you could do this at a decent enough rate that you wouldn't like hate doing it and you wouldn't regret doing it, but I think you'd have a significantly easier time if you just spent a few hours and a few days,
I was like
probably.
a few hours.
Yeah, if you just spent a few days getting up your mage,
Mm-hmm.
and your range isn't honestly a big deal. If you get up your mage a little bit more, and I think you'll be in a lot better spot.
If you could get somebody to get an imbued heart.
Yeah. This person, he also says his defense is level 50. That literally doesn't matter at Zulra. So
I thought her range can hit you. Oh no, she has those little dudes that she sends to hit you too for melee.
yeah, but they only hit you once, and then you immediately kill them with a reflect.
Hmm.
So
That's not what's happening with me. They were like attacking me.
well, you have to bring a ring of recoil.
I did.
I know, but then they'll die. They only have 1 health.
Well, I felt like there was a million of them coming at me then.
Yeah, so like I said, defense really doesn't matter at Zulrah. So you could do this,
Still
but
makes me nervous how low their defense is in general. Jeez.
yeah, it's kind of weird. But either
Yeah.
way, y- yeah, you could do this, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend just spending the few days getting your stats up and probably having a lot easier time.
Yeah, definitely, and make more money.
Yeah, that's but not to say, not to discourage anyone from any bosses in general,
No, it's
because
totally
bosses
possible
bosses are a lot easier than people make them out to be. But
to
the thing
rob.
is, if you are planning on camping a boss for a long time, you want to make it as not annoying as
Yeah,
possible.
as efficient as possible.
So yeah, like I started killing Vorkath and like sitting at Vorkath at like 79 range, which
Hmm.
isn't bad. But if I started at 85, it would have been a lot nicer.
For sure.
So it's just simple stuff like that.
Just making your life easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Why struggle?
And then so this one's actually kind of interesting, kind of a like an overarching thing that I don't think we've ever talked about, but it's this person's concerned about their account security. So
Should
they said
be.
that they used to play OSRS religiously, but eventually they quit and they wanted to start up again, but they've seen a bunch of horror stories about people getting hacked and Jagex ignoring it. But they have an authenticator, a bank pin, and do they have to be worried is what they're asking. They don't want to put in all the effort to get like a 2K account and then it get hacked or whatever.
Yeah.
So honestly, there's only so much you can do, but the
Hmm.
so much you can do is really,
It'll make a big
yeah, it's
difference.
pretty much enough. Like the chance of you getting hacked if you don't like act a fool is pretty good.
Still possible,
Yeah,
but pretty good.
it's still possible. So two-factor authentication is going to be your friend. So make sure you
Big
have
big
an
deal.
authenticator on your account. If you don't, you're kind of asking to get hacked because it's just significantly
Okay,
easier.
that's dramatic to say.
Well, it's because anyone can log into your account.
I didn't know what a two. I already forgot the name.
Two-factor
I
authenticator.
didn't know what that was till a couple months ago. I
Yeah,
have it
so
now, but some people just don't know.
if you all don't know, you can use two-factor authentication with a lot of different accounts via many things. So
Like
like
other than RuneScape.
yeah, so like your Gmail has one, pretty much any
Your
bank account
bank?
has one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things. Anything that's worth having an account for has two-factor.
Do you want to
So
explain what two factor
two
is?
factor is essentially you can't log into the said account if you don't authorize it via a second factor. So that being usually your phone. I wouldn't recommend SMS text as a second
Mm-mm.
authenticator because that can easily be bypassed if you are an experienced hacker. But that
Yeah.
being said, if that's all you have, I guess
It's better than
that would
nothing.
be better than not having two factor. But the best is going to be using a Google Authenticator. If you've ever played any Blizzard games, Blizzard has their own Blizzard Authenticator, which is really nice and essentially just gives you a one-time message that is like a six-digit code. You put in the six-digit code, so only you can log in as long as you have your authenticator on you. So that's going to be the highest form of security.
Yeah.
Yeah, along with that, you want to have two-factor on the email associated to your account. And then if you have both of those enabled with two-factor as well as not going to really weird risky websites that people send you links for like RuneScape spelled all funky and they sell like gold on
Like
there.
enter your account
Yeah.
information.
They're like any of your account information will do JAD for you for free. Like any sketchy stuff like
This is a
that,
great deal.
you might want to stay away from because it's pretty good chance that they'll like try to install something on your computer
Oh yeah.
and you'll just accept it without thinking about it. So honestly, as long as you have two-factor on both your email and your game, there's a
Have a
really
good password too.
yeah, use like a password generator and use either a password keeper like LastPass, Dashlane, or just old school, write it down and keep it in your house somewhere.
I should do that instead. That'd be easier for me.
Yeah, because I mean, if you have like a 20, the difference between like a 5 letter password and a 15 symbol included password is like the difference is them hacking in from like a brute force attack from like
Hmm.
a few weeks to a few years to like infinity. Like
Yeah.
after your account has like 20 characters in it that are random, it's like literally unbreakable via brute force attacks.
Yes, you could tell we take our RuneScape account security very seriously over here at
Yeah.
Bunebape.
Yeah, losing your account is the worst in every situation,
It
but
would
especially when you
suck.
invest so much time into it, like RuneScape. So I would just do it right the first time so you don't have to worry about it later.
One thing that makes me really mad though is that Jagex needs to make passwords case sensitive.
They're not case sensitive, yeah.
They're not
So
case sensitive. It's the dumbest thing ever.
yeah, so that's why I would include as many just as many different characters as
Yeah,
possible.
PSA. I don't even think I knew because I just enter like caps and like lowercase while I'm doing the password. I don't think it says anything.
No, it
And then
doesn't.
I tried to do it all lowercase because I read that and I was like, that can't be true. And I was like, this is what year is it? Like 2003? Did the game just come out? Why do you
Yeah.
guys not have case sensitive
Yeah, it's
passwords?
really lame. So I'm guessing like on the back end what they do is they transform all of the passwords to lowercase so it all doesn't matter. So just so you know, if your password is password all caps, you can type password all lowercase and it'll still work.
Terrifying. Please, please, please do two-factor authenticator and make your passwords crazier.
Yeah. And also like a PSA for literally everything ever. If you have to rely on a company's um account support, you're doing it wrong because
They always
chances are
suck.
they can't help you. Or if they can help you, it's going to be like it's going to take up so much of your time. You might as well get it right the first time like I said.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next one. This person is really easy question. They said they had played the game back in 2003, but they wanted to start coming back. They've seen a lot about the different launchers for the game, and so they don't know which one to pick exactly.
I use RuneLight.
Yeah, RuneLight. I think the majority of people use and accept RuneLight as the general best launcher.
Yeah, I
So
actually didn't know there were other launchers, and Rob told me about RuneLight, and I was just too lazy to install it because to me, I was like, oh, whatever, it can't be that different. It's insanely different.
yeah, it's very different. So along with the base suite the game comes with, um, it also comes with a bunch of its own additional modifications for the game, and this is all open source. So if you know how to read um, code to any degree, you can check out their source over on GitHub and see how legit it actually is. So its essential add-on is maintained by the community, so it's only added in stuff that is very well coded. So you can check out. It has a bunch of stuff from making it so you can copy and paste your password into the login screen, which normally you can't do unless you have a third-party launcher like this. It makes stuff like just a lot easier in general.
Yeah.
It'll show stuff like kill timers so you can see when enemies come up.
My favorite, it does the loot tracker.
Yeah, the loot tracker. So it'll show you how many, like it shows me I've killed like however many dragons and how much that loot is worth in general.
It tells you your XP per hour rates.
Yeah, your XP per hour.
How many more things you like need to kill to reach the next level of
Yeah.
whatever skill.
If your game's really laggy, there's an entity hider which will hide all other players in the
It's
game.
kind of crazy because you don't realize how much RuneLight does until you like play mobile or something, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, exactly. And also if you're like learning bosses, you can mark tiles that are like
Oh
safe tiles.
yeah.
So honestly, just an insane amount of niceties in this mod suite. So I'd
And we should
recommend
say
RuneLight.
RuneLight is free.
It is free. Do not go to let me check real quick because I don't think it's runelight.com. And it's funny because I always read it as Rune Elite. But it's not runelight.com, it's runelight.net. And if you go to the .com one, I think there was some sketchy stuff going on with that website, but go to the runelight.net and
And you
that
don't have to use your login on their website or anything, right? It's not until you download it.
no, you don't have to. You
So
can just
don't enter
download it
your login
directly.
information on any websites.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. Also, make sure that whenever you do visit websites, they have a SSL certificate,
The little lock
the lock
thing
next to
next to
the
the web
website name.
address.
Yeah. So that is going to be the one that we recommend. On top of all the stuff we
For
just
sure.
mentioned, there's also a bunch of crowd-sourced mods, such as this one that's really popular called flipping utilities. So if you've ever been interested in flipping, you can go and download flipping utilities. It'll tell you the general margins on stuff you're selling. So it makes it a lot easier and it's just really nice, just like everything else.
Oh, that reminds me. Someone requested that you make an updated free to play.
No, it's pay to
Money
play.
make. Oh, pay to play moneymaker.
Yeah,
You should do
so
that
I think
soon.
I'm gonna do something like that. That'll be
Another
interesting.
little video update, hopefully coming soon.
Yeah, hopefully coming soon. And so this next one is actually pretty interesting because we've had this conversation a few times off camera, I guess, but we're talking about like stuff that you lose when you die. So
Yeah.
this person's always worried about dying, especially with stuff like the graceful set.
I actually don't know the answer to this either, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so if you go to the OSRS wiki / death, so just type in, just Google OSRS wiki death, and it'll take you to the fee calculations, what you keep, what you don't keep, when you lose stuff, everything like that. And on top of that, in game, there's a way that if you go and check your inventory screen, here, Michelle has her stuff here now. So if you check your inventory
Oh,
screen
yes.
and go to view items lost on death, it'll be
View
right
items
next.
kept on death.
View items kept on death. It'll be right next to the whistle.
It looks like a treasure chest with the skull and bones on it.
Yeah, you can go and flick through all of the different
Like little scenarios
variations
you could be in.
of dying.
Yeah, like if you have protect item prayer enabled, if you have the PK skull open or active, if you're killed by a player, or you're in the wilderness beyond level 20.
Yeah, so this would be the best way to check which stuff, if you forget, is or is not kept on death. Because essentially, if you die while skulled in 20 plus wilderness, you will lose literally everything except
But
for
one.
one item, unless you protect one, and then you'll get 2 items.
No, this is with protect item prayer
Oh, this is
enabled.
yeah.
If you don't
'Cause
have prayer enabled, I don't think you keep anything in that scenario.
yeah, exactly. So if
Turn
you
it off.
aren't protecting an item, you won't keep anything. And
Always
if
turn on your
you
protect an item prayer if you're in the wilderness.
and that's still not even something that can happen because you could get smited, which would take away all of your prayer, so then you wouldn't be able to keep an extra
Oh.
item. So if like you're like going out there with D claws only, you can still get smited and lose your D claws.
Mhm.
So pretty much if you're 20 plus wilderness, you lose everything. There's
Terrifying.
nothing protected. Nothing will break and be returned to your inventory. You just lose it, and it's dropped as gold on the floor for whoever killed you. So if you're going to 20 plus wilderness, don't bring anything you want to lose because there's always that chance.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if you are ever in sub 20 wilderness, you're a lot more protected because all of your non-tradables will just break. They won't be dropped to the floor if you ended up keeping them.
Interesting.
So it says players who kill another player below level 20 wilderness who has the following items listed below will receive coins equivalent to the repair cost for the untradeable item. And there's a long list of untradeable items here. All of the max capes, imbued capes, Ava's Assembler, Fire Capes, Bear Knight Maces,
Void.
Defenders, all of Void, random decorative armor, all the halos, and all of the stuff from the Barbarian Assault. So all of this stuff is non-tradable, and when you die, it will, like I said, drop to the floor as the gold value.
Mhm.
But if you are sub 20 wilderness, then it will simply break and be returned to your inventory, and you have to go repair it in order to use it again.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, so we just checked for as far as graceful goes, which this person asked about specifically.
Which is also not on this death page we were telling you all about.
Yeah, it's not on the death page, but like I said, if it doesn't say here or you don't know, just check in game. And it says that it will all be dropped to your gravestone. So you'd have to
If
go
it's sub
pay
20.
if it's sub 20, you'd have to go pay the fee to get it back.
No,
Or
no
actually-
fee for that one actually.
Oh,
It
there's
just
no
goes
fee.
to death, I'm assuming.
So yeah, you have to go to Death's office and get it.
Or go to your gravestone back in the wilderness if you want to risk that.
Yeah, or go to your gravestone.
Which I
So
wouldn't do.
It's really nice, I guess. So if you die with it, it's not a big deal. Sub 20.
But if you're over 20, you will lose everything.
Yeah.
If you have P skull.
If you're
If you're
skulled.
skulled and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I guess that's pretty cool.
It's just really weirdly like specific, the variables. I
Yeah.
would recommend like for every item you're curious about, just go look at your worn equipment tab and
Yeah.
click the
Items
treasure
kept.
chest with the skull and chest on it.
Yeah. Check all your items kept on death. If you plan on going to the wilderness and want to bring something, I would do that first to see what your potential loss is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, you can get skull tricked pretty easy. So
I've never been skull tricked and I'm so scared of it.
Yeah.
I barely bring anything to the wilderness. I only go to the wilderness really for clue scrolls.
Yeah. I haven't been there in so long. I actually don't even remember. All right, so I think moving on to our second to last question, it's a pretty easy one. They're asking, saying that they're using the new player quest guide, and it advises them to quote unquote make sure to always have at least two casts or tabs of every type of teleport on you at all times. I don't think that's like being literal. I think that's being like
Just any
specific
teleports, not
to
doesn't have to be tabs.
yeah, it was like specific to where they're going. But this person says they're only level 25 magic, so of course they don't have teleports to everywhere. But they're asking what is they have like the jewelry and stuff like that, like they have games necklaces and stuff like that, but they don't know what they mean by tabs. So
Yeah, so the tablets are just basically they're magic tablets that you could use to teleport and you just break them and they're stackable, I think.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, so some people prefer using those. I still just use runes and jewelry though.
Yeah.
I use teleport sometimes, but rarely.
Yeah, if you're I also mainly use tabs as well.
Oh, you
Or
do use
yeah, I
tabs.
mainly use tabs now. I used to use jewelry a lot, but I actually still use jewelry a lot, but it's in a jewelry box in my home, so I don't really pull them out and use them.
Mhm. Tabs are more expensive sometimes too.
Tabs in general are much more expensive than jewelry, but there are certain jewelries that are like really useful and you could wear, such as the glory. Uh,
Yeah,
the necklace of glory can
save some
take you to
inventory.
Drainer Village. It can take you to what's the one right next to the GE?
Edgeville?
Edgeville. Yeah, so I think the glory is one of the most useful teleports. But on top of that, of course, like she was saying, tabs are infinitely stackable, or not infinitely, but nearly. And so
More than you'll need.
if you plan on doing a ton of quests, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a stack of like 100 home teleport tabs or 100 Varrock teleport tabs, because it's a lot faster than casting, and you can just use them at will, and you can stack them. So if you need to go anywhere like Varrock, Falador, and you can't teleport there, then you can buy a Varrock or Falador tablet.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea, but I don't do it.
Yeah, I usually
That's just
only
a personal preference. I always have runes with me anyway, so I just use those. And I have the rune pouch, so it takes up the same amount of inventory.
yeah. Also, if you want to save some money potentially, because you can buy a bunch of teleports, but if you don't have the right one, then you gotta go back to the GE and buy more. I would honestly just, if you plan on doing some quests, just buy a bunch of home teleport tabs,
Hmm.
and um, you can just continually teleport there anytime you need to, and go to the party world and use someone else's teleports.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I would do the GE because I always have to go and like buy stuff, but that makes more sense
Yeah,
too.
I mean
And they
you could
probably have
do
spirit
like
trees that you could use to get to the Grand Exchange.
exactly. So, and also they have, you don't even need spirit trees. A lot of them have portal nexuses that have teleports to the GE.
Oh, I always just use the spirit tree.
Yeah. And so if honestly you could bring like 50 Varrock teleports, because they probably don't have the GE diary done. But you can bring like 50 Varrock teleports as well as 50 house ports and go into the house party world anytime you're questing. And so let's say you need to go to, I don't know, somewhere in Mauritania, you can like Canifis or something like that. You don't have that right now, so you can teleport to someone else's house, and they're almost 100% chance going to have a teleport to Canifis.
Some of them do have weirder names though, so just look up. Some of them are
Yeah,
like, "Oh, Carol," and I'm like, "What's Carol?" And they're
yeah,
like, "This takes you to Canifis," and I'm like,
exactly.
"Why? Why don't you just call it Canifis?"
Yeah, and so they have all those teleports, so you can easily just use someone else's house,
Yeah,
especially initially, because you're not going to have the money to have that
I never
access to
thought
do
of
that.
that. That would have made questing so much easier.
Yeah, because like that's what I do now at my house, because I have most of the teleports I need at my Nexus, and I have a full jewelry box. So
Hmm.
anytime I need to go to the GE and I don't have teleports to the GE, but I have it for my house, I just do that and then take the teleport to the GE from there.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I'd recommend. And I think this is going to be our last and final question, and it's going to be about winter top. But
Oh, cool.
this is going to be mainly for Michelle, because she just did a winter top video not that long ago. So
Oh yeah, I
I
did,
think she
huh?
has a pretty good idea on the rewards.
You'd think.
But this person says, "Can someone explain winter tot crates for me? I'm having some trouble understanding them, and the wiki guide is a little vague." So they're talking about how they can barely get 500 points for a crate and can't reach 1,000 for multiple. If I go solo, I can get taught down to 3% and keep it there, healing the pyromancers. But even if I get a few thousand points, I still only get one crate. Am I doing something wrong? Is there a more efficient way to earn the points? So, do you know?
I think I know, but I would like to start out by saying
I'm pretty sure I know.
you told me this because while I was making the video, I thought this way
Yeah.
too. They don't give you multiple crates. It's more they give you like extra rolls for your crate, right?
Yeah. They give
Yeah.
me more
Oh,
rewards per
I
crate.
hate it because I was so confused. I was like getting all excited. I was like, I think I at one point was able to get second crate, or maybe I wasn't. And I was just talking to Rob about it. And he's like, you don't get second crates. And I was like, what are you talking about? In Wikipedia, it says you get second crates.
Yeah.
They don't mean it. You just get an extra roll and you get more rewards in a single crate.
Yeah.
It's kind of anticlimactic. They should give you multiple crates so it's more like satisfying.
Yeah. So it's exactly that. So this person, I guess, maybe has more information than me, but someone that replied to them said that you get more loot per hour doing solos. And so you can get a
That's what
crate,
I've heard, yeah.
a single crate, mind you, with 28 loot rolls in it in roughly an hour, which is faster
Oh,
than mass worlds with 500 points per game.
I've heard that it is easier to get like a pet and stuff whenever you're doing it solo.
Probably.
It
So
just didn't look a lot of effort.
yeah, exactly. It is a lot more effort, a lot more time consuming. So if you're going there for XP, for like fire making XP, you would never ever want to do solo, I don't
Yeah,
think.
no.
But if you want the loot, like if you're an Iron Man, Winter Tot drops a ton of super valuable stuff. So you might want to do that for if you're an Iron Man, but or if you're looking for the pet or like a dragon axe or something like that,
Hmm.
then you can do it solo and it gives you one crate. And I think what it says is like every 500 points, you get an additional reward.
Yeah.
So if you get a ton of different points, like let's say you get 5,000 points, then you'll get a box that has 10 rewards in it.
10 crates worth.
10 crates worth of rewards.
Yeah. So you're still technically getting the crates. Just pretend that there's crates in the crate.
Yeah, it's like crateception.
It is crateception.
So that's essentially, as far as I understand, that's how it works, and that's how I've always experienced it. I've never gotten
Hmm.
another crate. Michelle's never gotten another crate. You just get multiple rewards from the same crate.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's going to be about it,
Hmm.
though. Yeah. So let us know if you have any questions. If we answered anything completely wrong, obviously this is all just our experience. We're not wiki robots, so
We are not.
let us know where we screwed up.
Should
And
we, before we say our outro,
yeah, do
say
you
what
have
we're going to be
any?
doing this week?
Yeah, do you have anything planned for next week?
I'm going to keep working on my barbarian assault
On your barbarians?
and hopefully I'll be starting that woodcutting outfit. I've just been lazy to do it because there's like a shortcut way of doing it, but I kind of want to do like the longer way just
Oh
because.
yeah, the treasure, or the trails, right?
Yeah, you get it from what's it called? Temple trekking.
Temple trekking.
It's like a mini game that I've only done once.
I've only ever seen it done.
I've only done it once, and I had to do it for diary, like the hard mode, and I brought so much stuff with me, like ready for
It's pretty easy
anything.
though.
No, my people had no issues and
You
just
just
made
went
it
all
to
the
the
way down?
temple.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a chance you skip all the enemies.
Yeah, so I skipped anything exciting in it. So there's a way to, I guess, like if they're like, oh, you're definitely not going to get an axe or like a lumberjack thing, like in this round, you could just like teleport out and start again. And I was like, that seems like boring. I'm probably just going to keep doing it
Yeah.
because they do give you nice rewards. So I could just make it like a lumberjack outfit and a loot from a video at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I think I told you this, but for anyone that doesn't know, trekking
Temple
trails,
trekking.
temple trekking is, I think, one of, if not the only place to get nail beast nails, which are used to make sandfuse serums, which are the most expensive potion in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So that's why nail beast nails are really expensive.
So catch me getting those pretty soon,
Yeah,
hopefully.
hopefully. They're kind of hard, but yeah, none of the enemies there are too difficult as far as I understand.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. And like one thing I really want to do is, I guess they reward experience lamps,
Mm-hmm.
and if you do the hard ones, it gets up like 5,000 experience. And I was like, oh, this could be
Oh
a
yeah, they
nice
do.
like
Yeah.
rune crafting
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
too.
Well, that's cool.
What are you gonna be working on this week?
Oh, I am gonna make probably some more Biomutant videos. Um, I'm also gonna be putting out videos on RuneScape, of course, and I'm gonna be working on the dragons in the immediate future. So I'm gonna kill a bunch of dragons, see where we are there. And like I said, I want to do at least 1,000. Depending on how fast I get there, maybe more than that.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be more interesting to see like loot from like 3,000 brutals than
Yeah.
1,000.
That just
Obviously,
might take like a month.
Yeah, because then
We don't need another skeletal wyvern situation.
yeah, but it'll just be nice to see like the big paydays of like 70 mil from this like brutal killing adventure. So
True.
that would be nice, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, you'll see if you subscribe to the channel and stay up to date there.
What? We have a channel? Check out our YouTube.
Yeah, check out our
It's
YouTube Bunebape.
Bunebape.
We have quite a few videos there. I think we're getting really close to 100 videos.
Wow.
So
Not all
that's
RuneScape,
yeah,
just so you
no,
all know.
definitely not all RuneScape. So
But a decent amount.
yeah, we do have some cool stuff over there. If there's any upcoming games you're interested in, let us know, and we'll be sure
We
to
would be
take a
very
look
interested.
at them. So I think that's it as far as videos I plan on coming out with
Yeah.
in the soon future.
Just be sure to follow us on Instagram and look at our YouTube, which are both Bunebape, and our Twitter and our clan chat, or I should say channel chat,
Channel chat.
are both Bunebape OSRS. So hit us up anywhere if you guys have any like questions or anything. Like we're down to answer. Like I said, if anyone wants to like try Barbarian Assault,
Yeah, if you
but
want to do any learners for Barbarian.
yeah, I'll go with you. We probably maybe stuck with mean people, but I will stand up for you and I will fight them and we'll leave and be those people. Like,
Yeah.
if you're rude, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I mean, people do it all the time. So also, if
Yeah.
if you get into Barbarian Assault and people leave, that's par for the course. So don't be discouraged.
Oh, so many times in my videos that I'm sure Rob's gonna cut out whenever you edit it. But I'm like, all right, got to round 8 and someone left. So starting over again.
Yeah, it's very rare that you get all the way to 10, which sucks because you need to kill the queen
to get rewards and
to
stuff.
get some of the rewards. But it's
It's
very
like-
rare you get to 10 in your first try.
Yeah. After a while, it seems like it always happens like in clumps. Like you will do queen like 7 times in a row, and then all of a sudden you can't get to queen for like 3 hours.
Yeah. It's also a lot
weird.
more fun in a group. So if you can get some people from a clan channel or something like that.
You could get me in it. Maybe Rob will join us.
Yeah, so if you can get a bunch of people to do it, then it's a lot faster because the games go from being like 30 to 40 minutes to like 15 minutes.
Yeah. And if it is still 30, 40 minutes, at least we'll be having fun and we all actually get along.
Yeah, exactly. So I just maybe try and get some people to help you out or go with friends or try to find a channel that does that specifically.
And I feel bad. I don't even have like friends in the game, so I can't be like, join me and my friends playing. I'm just playing alone and joining whatever group I can. But if you have friends, can I join?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's about it.
I really hope someone wants to play with me.
Yeah.
I don't have any RuneScape friends.
Yeah, me neither. But I usually like playing solo, so it's fine.
There's some groups I've been in Barbarian Assault that I'm like, oh, I want to play with these people again.
Yeah.
And then I never see them again.
It's funny because that's like my downfall as well. Because like I want to do raids eventually, but I'm like, man, I guess I got to get up my skills because I'm gonna have to do it solo.
We're very antisocial over here.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's about it. Hopefully
Yeah.
you all enjoyed listening to us rant and ramble for the past hour. So
Yeah, thank you all for listening.
yeah, thank you for listening. Let us know what you think and if there's anything you want us to include.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you all next week.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Wait.